Nope, I'm right here on the grounds of the Stax Museum. And this museum just celebrated its 20th anniversary. Now, Stax Museum of American Soul Music, as it is officially called, celebrates or commemorates the Stax record label, a record company that was big back in the late 50s, 60s, and the 70s as well, but primarily their heyday was in the 60s. And there were a lot of musicians, soul, gospel, funk, and blues, who basically their careers flourished while signed to this record company. So it started in the late 50s by business partners Jim Stewart and Estelle Axton, and they were also siblings. One of the label's house bands was Booker T and the MGs. But Stax Records was originally called Satellite Records, as you can see right here. Now again, there were a lot of artists, musicians who flourished under this record company. Musicians like Staple Sisters, you had Otis Redding, you had Isaac Hayes, who's also a native of Memphis. You had Albert King, Eddie Floyd, Gene Knight, Mabel John. As I mentioned earlier, Booker T and the MGs, who was the label's in-house band. And you also had Rufus Thomas and Carla Thomas, just to name a few. But you had places. You had on some, I remember listening to some albums by Isaac Hayes. You know, my mom, well, they were my mom's albums, because she listened to Isaac Hayes a lot, particularly the Shaft album. We had that on CD, and I remember seeing in the credits where the production took place at Soulsville, USA. At the time, I didn't connect the dots that it was Memphis where Soulsville, USA was located. But yeah, this is where it took place. It took place, but this is actually the museum right here. This is the museum. I can actually hear Isaac Hayes' voice coming from the speakers as well. And right here This is the actual recording studio. On this site stood Stax Record Inc., which boosted such stars as Otis Redding, Rufus and Carla Thomas, Isaac Hayes, the Staple Singers, Albert King, the Barkays, and many others. It relied upon its deep soul roots to carry it through, struggling from a backstreet garage in 1957 to becoming a multi-million-dollar organization. So you talk about literally a dollar in a dream, starting with a dollar in a dream. Stax Soulsville, USA, Stax Records basically exemplifies that particular saying. So yeah, this is actually the museum. It's a record shop right here too. Satellite record shop. So again, in its heyday, this record company was really flourishing. Memphis Heritage Trail, experience the African American journey, Soulsville, USA. So this is South Memphis, where I'm located. This is one of the city's oldest neighborhoods. Home to famous African American colleges, schools, churches, businesses, homes, and music. It boasts a civil rights history. So Soulsville, USA basically goes beyond its musical heritage. It boasts a rich civil rights history and strong commitment to education, a powerful and impactful faith-based community, and well-known historical figures excuse me, such as the Reverend James Lawson, Willie Mitchell, Maceo Walker, Carla Thomas, Ida B. Wells, excuse me, Isaac Hayes, and Reverend C.H. Mason. So yeah, being that Memphis is in the deep South, you have to also remember there was also a big part of the civil rights movement. Right here, not only do you have this Stax Museum, you also have a few other historical sites. You have the Royal Studios, the Aretha Franklin birthplace. So Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, she was actually born in Memphis. I believe she was raised in Detroit. We have the Memphis Slim Collaboratory. So Al Green, it looks like Al Green right here. Al Green also recorded at this particular studio. Y'all excuse that cough a few minutes ago. Sometimes your voice dry out. From doing all this talking, your voice does dry out from time to time. I gotta go grab a bottle of water. across the street. There's more that I want to see. But yeah, here's a more there's a wider view of Soulsville, USA, aka Stax Records Museum. Like, these historical commissions do a really great job of preserving these landmarks. I definitely want to acknowledge that. Again, this is a very the South Memphis has the oldest neighborhoods in Memphis, the whole city. So I also want to mention that Maurice White of Earth, Wind and Fire fame grew up in Memphis. He's from Memphis. Just wanted to put that out there as well. May he rest in peace. He was the founder of one of the most legendary soul bands of all time. And there goes that artwork over here. Let me get a little bit closer. There you go, the elderly women of the day. You know, this is what women should dress like. You know, they had their dresses on, they had the hats, you know, classy way of dressing. I love seeing old images from different eras of history, because you just basically see how people, how different things were during that time compared to now. Here I am. I finally made it to the National Civil Rights Museum at the Lorraine Motel. So I'm in downtown Memphis again. This is the National Civil Rights Museum once again. As you can see right here, this is Lorraine Motel marker. It was originally called the Windsor Hotel circa 1925. And so this became one of the very few hotels exclusively for blacks during that time. And it hosted such entertainers such as Cab Calloway, Aretha Franklin, Count Basie, B.B. King, and Nat King Cole. Walter and Loree Bailey bought it in 1942, renaming it the Lorraine. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated outside room 306 on April 4th, 1968, making it a symbol for the civil rights movement. In 1982, a local non-profit group saved the site from foreclosure for use as America's first civil rights museum. So this is the first civil rights museum in America, and it was preserved in 1982. This is the entrance to the museum, and As you can see right over here, this is the actual motel. Here. Some old school Cadillacs right here. Not quite sure what the significance of that, of those vehicles.
Are you doing that? Yeah. What email?
Oh, there it goes. It shows, it says right there, the vintage cars in the parking lot represent the vehicles parked at the Lorraine Motel when Dr. King was killed. And the wreath on the balcony is a replica. So it's basically right here where this wreath is where the actual assassination took place. So it was obviously a very dark moment in history. A time of infamy. As you can see, there's a Martin Luther King Jr. right here. It's a slab of cement. Again, there goes the room right there, 306. And for perspective, Dr. King was actually in Memphis in 1968. The days leading up to his assassination, he was here for a sanitation strike. Sanitation workers in the city were striking. You know, a lot of it had to do with unfair treatment, unfair labor treatment, probably working conditions, pay, you know, things of that nature, things that most people usually strike for. Could have been any I want to say inequality because of pay based on race. I think that was another issue. But here's the sign that reads the Lorraine Motel, and it also has "I Have a Dream." Of course, that's Dr. King's most iconic speech. Go to flags that fly right over here. I saw earlier there were a group of what looked like high school students that were here touring. It looked like they was on a school trip. So this of course, places like this would definitely, this is one of the main attractions, especially for field trips here in the city of Memphis. You can see there's some tour buses or charter buses in the area. I'm right here now at the corner of St. Martin Street and Butler Ave. looking north towards downtown. And right here is what's called Central Barbecue. It's one of, as you can see right here, Central Barbecue, one of the many barbecue joints in Memphis. Of course, we know Memphis is famous for their barbecue. So I just wanted to get a brief little video of the National Civil Rights Museum and the Lorraine Motel. And that's it for the time being. Peace. I'm at the corner of historic Main Street and Beale Street. And right here is the Orpheum Theater. Right now, it looks like they're getting their deliveries, the afternoon deliveries. And, oh wow, I came here just in enough time, because what you see right here is the Main Street trolley making its way down Main Street. Let's see. I thought Memphis had a trolley, but I wasn't sure yesterday. But I saw all of these like trolley stops. I just wasn't sure. But yeah, they have the trolley that's operating right now. There goes the Beale Street Memphis entrance at the corner of Main and Beale. Schools for freedmen. So right here is the site where the first free colored school in the city of Memphis had opened in 1863. So it was towards the end of the Civil War. There goes another trolley over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Check this out. Goes a statue of Elvis Presley. I'm actually back on Beale Street. I was over here yesterday. think this is like a cheetah or some type of mountain lion. It might be a mountain lion, I'm not quite sure, but it's a nice sculpture. It's actually sitting right here in front of this administration building. Here goes a bunch of coupons and hotel guides, and they're actually free. Yeah. Don't mind if I do. I'll grab one for myself, just in case I'm in the area next month, next couple of months or so. Go over here to Blue City Cafe, get your shrimp, steak, gumbo, ribs, and catfish. There goes a flag of the Memphis Grizzlies. Can't really see it too well, but that's the Memphis Tigers flag. Okay.
I'm live on Facebook right now, pushing positivity, trying to stop gun violence, y'all. I cannot do it alone. My name is Eric Martin. I wrote this book. Once again, my book is called True Friendship Within the Youth of America. As y'all see, we on Beale Street. Right now, we already got over 115 murders. Most of the gun violence is coming from the African American community. I'm out here trying to push positivity. A lot of people walking right by me, as y'all see, like what I'm doing mean nothing. And it truly hurt when you're trying to be a positive influence in the community, y'all. Once again, everybody, get a copy of this book. I'm gonna show y'all me, because I'm the truth out here trying to do the right thing, not just for myself, but for all of us, red, black, yellow, white, everybody trying to play a part to make a huge impact in the community. True friendship within the youth of America. God bless this king behind the camera doing his thing, y'all. I got some questions I want to ask you, bro, because I'm live too. There's no wrong answers. You just gotta stay positive, all right? Okay. Give these kids advice. They leaving home with their so-called friends and they not making it back home, King. What character trait would you share with our kids, 14 to 19, do a real friend gotta be? Can't nobody be your real friend unless they what, brother?
They have to be loyal. You have to be, loyalty is the #1 thing, because at the end of the day, without that, I mean, everybody is just basically in it for themselves. You know, everybody you have to basically just look out for each other, you know what I'm saying, and have each other's back.
When it comes to loyalty, look, chapter 1, who's a friend? The first topic that I write about is a loyalist. So you already on point. What do you think King could take to make it out of a bad neighborhood, or what do we have to do to come together and make it better?
We just have to really have a vision for, and it has to be collective vision, you know. Like, it starts with one person, but then, you know, that one person can turn to 5, 10, 100, you know, but it's a collective effort, you know what I'm saying?
My last question, where you originally from, King?
Hey, I'm from Atlanta by way of Alabama.
Amen.
Yeah, but
What would you like to see changed in America to make it better for everybody? That's the last question.
I just want to see, ultimately, I want to see unity, and I would like to see just everybody just uplifting each other, because that's where it all starts, right there.
That's what it's all about. Once again, my name is Eric Martin. I can't do what I do without individuals like you. What's your name, King?
My name is Pierce.
God bless you for stopping and doing what you do in the community. Hopefully this stuff can go viral and we can make a difference. Because individuals swear that we can't come together as African Americans. They think that we uneducated. They think that we don't want better for our communities. And I'm trying to prove them different with my video footage. So I know you could be doing the same thing with the footage that you got right now. Everybody get a copy of my book and follow me at all social platforms. True Friendship Within the Youth of America. Let me know what I can do to grow and get better. God bless y'all. Okay, I'm gonna definitely spread the word, and once I get my YouTube channel kicking, I'm gonna post this and spread the word, brother. God bless. I appreciate it, Eric, man, for sure. Without individuals like that, we can't come together, man. Real like that can make the world go. Yes, sir. Man, I love to see positive brothers like Eric Martin, and I'm gonna make sure I promote and push the message that he is spreading, because we definitely need that in America, man, for real. You know, in actuality, everybody should be able to walk around and you know, be able to enjoy this great land we call America. And everybody should be able to do that with a pure heart and a sober mind. So the message that the brother I just ran into, Eric Martin, and I'm glad to see him take the initiative to promote positivity, because that's what we need in the world. The world is a very, very beautiful place if the right type of people come together and continue to make it a better place. And as usual, the live music in Memphis is really making this a beautiful day. But yeah, guys, positivity is everything. Like, I mean, that's just the bottom line. I do believe in the universe, and like how, you know, I believe in the laws of the universe. Like, you know, and I believe if you put out positivity, you get that back. But on the flip side of that, if you put out negativity, you get negativity. So it's all part of the universal law. That's just how it works. There's the laws of polarity, laws of karma, all of those things. But we need to keep putting positivity out in the universe. And part of that positivity, you know, was very prominent in a certain era in history. You know, like you had, I say, you hear this music right now. This is blues. You know, blues music is, you know, had a lot of positivity, but they also, it had a message to it, you know. And Memphis is a place that's full of soul, but you know, full of soulful people, but you also have people who are soulless.
So if we continue to collectively come together, I feel like everybody can thrive, you know? Everybody should be able to. But yes, this is a message to the city of Memphis, the city of St. Louis, city of Atlanta, Birmingham. I could go on and on and on. Baltimore, Newark, New Jersey. I mean, all of these places, man, we need to stop the violence, man. Real talk, we need to stop the gun violence. And a lot of this stuff is heavily pushed in the media, especially in our music. And it's quite depressing. I mean, it's very gut-wrenching, to say the very least, for lack of a better term. So I wanted to take one last stroll in Memphis for the time being before I depart down the beautiful Beale Street. And I'm glad I did, because I ran into a positive brother who pushed a message that we all need to hear. We need to stop the violence, for real. And on that note, you guys, I really appreciate you for watching me and kicking it with me on this video during my beautiful experience in Memphis. The city treated me very well since I've been here, and I can't express enough how much I appreciate that. So thank you guys for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. Trying to get these subs up. Also hit that notification bell, so that way each time I post you get those notifications. But I am going to continue on this trip. I'm going to do another video once I get into Tunica as well as Clarksdale. And Clarksdale will be the final trip on the final stop on my journey to this particular weekend. So with that being said, thanks you guys, love y'all, peace.